Hi, this is Dr. Wells with Wells Medicine, and I wanted to explore the vibe of ketamine infusions. So, a lot of people who have tried psychedelic medications before will discuss that each psychedelic often has its own sort of vibe or feeling associated with it. So a lot of people will say that ayahuasca is very jungly, very nature goddessy. PCP often is very geometrical. LSD often has little people, and ketamine, similar to other psychedelics, has its own sort of vibe. A lot of people will discuss it as a very visual slideshow, or they'll discuss it as a journey. Often there are elements of space or spaciousness or a void or blackness. Some people will feel like a very comforting, I'm out among the stars, or I'm one with kind of a universal, and that's very typical during a ketamine infusion. Now, the music has a lot of coloring effect on the infusion. So often if people don't like where the infusion is feeling, then we'll suggest that they change the song or they change their playlist. Some people do like having a little bit of a melancholy playlist, as it can allow them to walk through some difficult emotional experiences and kind of bring up or relive some things. But a lot of people want to have a very light and joyful experience, and so there are different playlists for that as well. I highly encourage people to try out their playlist at home before sitting through it during the ketamine journey, just in case there's a song in there that you don't like, or the playlist ends in 20 minutes instead of the 40-minute infusion time, or that there's a change of mood in your playlist that is surprising. So don't just rely on one given to you by a friend. Try it out at home first. The experience of ketamine is generally pretty calming, pretty relaxing. A lot of people feel that it is very peaceful, although not sedating. One of the most common questions that we get is, am I going to be asleep for this? And even though anesthesia is generally, people think of it as being asleep, most patients, even if they're going to take a nap afterwards, even if they were up all the night before, generally they don't fall asleep until after the infusion is done. I think because the infusion itself is so interesting to people, that they are awake during that, and then either it's an exhausting experience or they fall asleep afterwards just as part of the relaxation of the experience. In summary, ketamine has a very spacious feeling experience, and among the other psychedelics, its vibe or experience feels slightly different, a little bit more peaceful, a little bit more calming, a little bit more outer space.